Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I felt really called to come on and do a reading with this deck. This deck is for clarifying situations, so you should know once the cards start coming out if you resonate with this energy, but I wanted to see what you needed to hear about love and about the energy surrounding you right now. I shuffled and cut the deck and I haven't looked at the bottom, and I already tried to start this recording once and the top card wanted to come off. So I restarted the reading and I haven't looked at the top card. So we'll look at it together. We have bad games, doesn't want anything serious, mixed signals, manipulation, immature behavior, dishonesty, stringing along, bad intentions. So you could have felt like someone had bad intentions towards you. You could have felt strung along by someone. What's really interesting is, like I said, I didn't see this card and I felt like getting the Light Seers Tarot for you, which is my favorite deck. And I had to go looking for it, which is bizarre because usually it's like right beside me. And it was mixed up with all my other decks. And when I picked it up, Two of Pentacles was on the bottom and I reshuffled it. But that Two of Pentacles can talk about inconsistency, you know, someone who doesn't know how to balance love and other things. So you could have been dealing with someone who was, you know, inconsistent. They could have been giving you mixed signals. They could have been prioritizing other things over you. We also have immature behavior. So you could have been dealing with someone who was quite immature. Maybe you felt like they were playing games with you. We have manipulation, dishonesty. You know, you very well could have been dealing with a Knight of Wands type of energy. So a runner, inconsistent, hot and cold, player energy. Take any of that as it resonates. Again, I felt called to look at the top card for some reason. So, and we have timing on the bottom. How interesting. This says 12. That's like right in between 20 and 25. So maybe it says 12, 20 something. So December could be very symbolic. I think it's December 20th today. And like I said, that looks like it's in between 20 and 25. So something could be happening right now. That is so interesting. So we have timing. This situation can't be forced. So you could have been dealing with someone who, you know, was in not a great energy, was coming from an immature place, maybe coming from a place of ego. And with that runner energy, you know, you could have started trying to control the situation because this timing says, you know, out of your control. So if you had been chasing this person or trying to make it work with this person, I just want to tell you that, you know, there's something about this situation that can't be forced. So divine timing needed to happen, healing needed to happen, maybe time apart needed to happen, lessons learned. So it doesn't matter, you know, I don't want you to feel bad because you couldn't make it work with this person. Something was out of alignment. And it doesn't reflect who you are as a person or how much effort you put in. You know, you could have been someone who put a lot of effort in and then found that this person was inconsistent. We have in the air, interesting. So let's see what comes out for you, my friend. That's a lot right away. We have support, interesting. It says you will overcome the issues at hand. So there, you know, you will be okay is what I'm hearing. Interesting. So the divine, you know, the divine could be stepping in here and lending a hand of support. You could have been being divinely protected through this connection. So if this person wasn't aligned with your highest good, then, you know, external factors, whatever, the divine would step in to protect you. We have true gem, a connection worth saving. So for some of you, this could be a counterpart. You know, the fact that it says a connection worth saving, it feels like you could be dealing with a counterpart or a really important spiritual contract with someone. And, you know, that makes me feel like this person has the capability to grow and mature from that immature place. Valuable jewelry quality, authentic, hard to find, real, 1 in a million, perfect beauty. And I feel like that's you too. Because when I cut open this deck, I was talking about divine protection and about how if this person wasn't for your highest good, then you would have been divinely protected from them because you are a true gem. You could be, you know, divine feminine. This also says 1 in a million, perfect beauty, which is very much giving me Empress energy. So, you know, this person could be realizing what a true gem you are, how valuable you truly are. We have triangle. So there could have been third party, outside interference. And I just said, if there was outside interference, it could have been in order to help your person grow, in order to protect you. We have open relationship, casual dating, no commitment, no commitment. So you could have been dealing with someone who had a fear of commitment. The fact that we have triangle, it doesn't specify, like that doesn't have to mean love triangle, but for some of you, you know, this person could have wanted to not settle down. Maybe they were dating other people. It's possible that they got involved with a third-party situation, maybe through the connection or after the connection. That third-party interference could also be work. It could be, you know, something else, external factors, something else they are giving their energy to instead of this connection. Opinions of others, you know. One more shuffle, one more. We have real love, true feelings worth exploring. Mutual feelings, mature love, mature. And I don't think you were dealing with the mature version of this person, and maybe you were more mature than this person, and this person needed time to grow up and catch up, you know? We have fast love here. So this is, you know, this is giving me counterpart vibes, because counterparts usually have that instant connection where feelings build really quickly and the attraction is very intense and it all happens very quickly, almost out of nowhere. A lot of counterparts will say, I was not looking for this. And then what happens is that I guess this is going to be a counterpart reading, but counterparts come together before they're mature. They come together before, you know, they've truly started healing, and it's the connection, it's them coming together. It's that magnetic bond, that spiritual bond that triggers the awakening. It triggers the healing. And then after, you know, sometimes a long separation, sometimes many separations, if there's that on again, off again dynamic, you can come back together when you're both mature. And typically the feminine matures more quickly than the masculine. And I'm not talking about gender, and I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about energy. And the fact that we have this real love, and it says mature love, it could be that, you know, the both of you needed to mature. I'm hearing this person needed to mature because I feel like they were immature. But yeah, let's keep going. You could have both had, like I said, you could have both had maturing to do. Anyway, we have confusion, uncertainty, doubt, hesitation, hard to read, questioning, complex situation. And I'm here explaining counterparts to you. And the counterpart journey can be so confusing because the things that happen within a counterpart connection, society will tell you, you know, Oh, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Oh, if they were into you, they would just do this. So it can be very confusing because in a counterpart connection, you're experiencing things that your logical mind is saying, like, this doesn't seem right, but yet you feel this unexplainable, unbreakable bond with this person that sometimes you barely know, you know? And now I'm hearing that line from that movie again, Gray SUV. I'm hearing I'm hearing that line from the movie Serendipity where she's talking about she has no idea why she can't stop thinking about this person that she met a million years ago, and it was just a moment in time that they experienced, but she can't stop thinking about him. And I have chills when I'm telling you this. So anyway, it can be confusing. And then people start to confuse you by telling you, anyway. I said one more shuffle, but clearly I need to shuffle again. But like, then you get confused because when you talk to muggles about what you're feeling, you know, again, they give you that advice like, why, I don't understand what you see in that person. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Just go find somebody else. Anyway. Interesting. There's some interesting energy coming through. And, you know, you could let the opinions of others affect you and how you feel about this connection, or maybe you did. Maybe that's something you're working through. When I do counterpart readings, you know, one of the things I tell divine feminines is that at some point you have to just believe. And it's so hard to believe in the journey when there's so many external factors working against you and there's so many opinions out there. And then you start questioning your own sanity, you know? At some point you have to trust your intuition and believe and surrender. That doesn't mean chasing. That doesn't mean putting up with bad behavior. That means accepting the journey for what it is and focusing on you and trusting that if you're meant to be with this person when you've both grown, healed, and matured, then it will happen. Anyway, did I cut that deck? I can't even remember. I think I did. We have cleanup. You clean up your mess, they clean up theirs. We have owning the mess to clean up, healthy choices, prioritizing positive life changes, accountability, releasing burdens. And it's interesting because I was just saying at some point, you know, you just got to do what you can on your side of the journey. And it could be that you have, it could be that this person was tempted by a third party situation. This temptation card is kind of giving me that magnetic energy and that kind of that I'm seeing the devils and the lover together, the lovers and the devil card together, which is a very intense bond. And, you know, you could be someone who made healthier choices, has been prioritizing yourself, but you still feel this bond with this person. And let's just get into it. Let's get into it. You know, I do feel there's a reason I started like info dumping about counterparts. So, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and assume this is a counterpart reading because that's the energy I'm feeling. And within a counterpart connection, yes, there can be a delay with the masculine, but when the feminine works on themselves and makes healthier choices and prioritizes themselves, energetically, the divine counterpart goes through that same transformation, that same transition. Sometimes it happens at a delay. Like I said, there's, you know, they say the feminine leads the way. And sometimes it takes a while for the masculine to catch up because the masculine is used to being in that runner energy, white SUV. What was I going to say about this? Oh, I was listening to for some reason, I'm thinking about a podcast that I was listening to like a month ago. And the divine feminine who was talking on this podcast was saying that what the divine feminine needs to do is they need to love them, again, not talking about gender, they need to love themselves essentially more than white pickup truck. They have to essentially love themselves more than they love the divine masculine, or like just as much. That's the point of the journey, is you take that love off your counterpart and you put it all into yourself. Anyway, let's just get into it. Oh my goodness, I'm rambling. So let's see what you need to know. We have foreigner, leaving all that is familiar. So for some of you, you know, this connection could seem quite foreign to you. Maybe you're dealing with a foreigner. Twin flames, there's often some sort of, you know, big obstacle in between you, age difference, location difference. You come from like different sides of the earth. Sometimes one can be married. So this leaving all that is familiar for some of you, you know, maybe you had to, like maybe you were married or your person was married. And, you know, just the counterpart connection itself is about leaving behind what's familiar. It's letting go of the old version of you. It's letting go of your old life and ascending into your highest timeline. So we have differences. So there could be differences between you: stranger, unfamiliar, estranged, overseas, visitor, unconnected, different. So, you know, this could have been someone that you were completely unconnected with. And then once you met, you felt this crazy connection. And, you know, everything I said about everything else. And we have stop, interesting. That is really interesting. We have stop. So to me, it feels like something here, it says incompatible. Blocked for your highest good. No freaking way. Did I or did I not say that? I said maybe this person in their past version of themselves was not in alignment with your highest good. So the universe stepped in and stopped this until your person is in a better place. We have blocked for your highest good, incompatible, toxic, walking away, surrendering. That is insane. I didn't even know that card was in there. That's magic. So if this person ghosted you, it was for your protection. You know, if you were called to surrender this connection and walk away from it because it was toxic, it's because it was for your highest good. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's keep going. We have real love, and I'm just going to get one more, and an epiphany. So we have ending on the bottom. We have, we have too late, opportunity is gone, the relationship is over. And you know what I always say about that coffin card in decks? Endings bring beginnings. We have, I feel like the ending brought about an epiphany with this person. I feel, again, something wasn't working in this connection and you were being protected for your highest good. And there needed to be an ending to cause that transformation in both of you. And we have real love, which we saw when we were shuffling. Mature love, remember. Sincere connection. And we have epiphany. Revelation, discover, vision, realization, inspiration, insight, enlightenment, hint, guidance. So right now, your person, it feels like they are being sent guidance from their higher self. They're having an epiphany, is like having a realization. It's, you know, it's giving me like Judgment energy. And maybe this person does think they're having epiphanies, but really they're having awakenings is what I'm hearing. And they're being guided towards these epiphanies. They're being guided towards these light bulb moments. The universe is sending them, you know, little hints. And I do feel like, to me, it feels like this ending brought about an epiphany. So let's keep going. I guess you didn't want to come out to play. We have ghosting again, and sunglasses, watching. So this is someone, it looks like they ghosted you, but they continue to watch you online. Secret admirer, focusing out, noticing you, stalking, watching, looking. The eyes are set on the prize. So this is someone who hasn't been ready to talk to you, who hasn't been ready to communicate with you for your highest good. Remember that card with the clock on it, that it was not the time. Like, this person needed to, if this person is being intuitively guided to just watch you and not reach out, there's a reason. And I believe it's because if they were to reach out, they may repeat a pattern or they may hurt you. I feel, you know, as long as someone stays in no contact, it's kind of like they're in, I know I'm like getting really geeky here with the twin flame stuff, but it's like this person is in a timeout, and until they can align with your highest good, the universe is going to keep them in that timeout. So, you know, because they're not ready to communicate, they watch you. We have good luck, blessed connection. We have blessed connection, fortune, lucky break, good opportunity, great chance, joyful occasion. And you know, it's interesting because that 4-leaf clover card gives me, it reminds me of the serendipity card in my favorite oracle deck. And I mentioned the movie Serendipity. And we have blessed connection. And we have music. So it feels like music could be symbolic between you. Maybe, you know, this person is listening to music or hearing, they could have songs following them around. That's a thing that happens, you know. That's a thing that happens where counterparts communicate through music, and whether that's actually physically sending each other songs or it is your higher self sending each other messages through songs. And I'm sure you know what I mean, where you're listening to a song and all of a sudden, like, a song comes on that really relates to how you're feeling, or your ears catch, you know, a certain couple of lines in the song that really speak to you. Anyway, so we have music, tune into your heart, high vibrations. And that is really interesting because it's coming in underneath stop, and it says blocked for your highest good. And this says high vibrations. So you could be someone who's in a higher vibrational frequency than this person. And remember, I said it could be that the universe is keeping them in a timeout until they are in a higher vibration, in a more healed vibration. We have pros and cons. So you could be someone who's, you know, going back and forth between your heart and your ego, back and forth between your heart and your logical mind. That's interesting because I'm hearing using your head and heart in love. And that's interesting. Anyway. We have analyzing, exploring, comparing, unsure of the relationship, contemplating, dissecting. So if you're someone who's going through this, it could be that it's because your person is also going through, you know, heavily thinking about this connection. Let's keep going. We have hard work. Oh dear, it is hard work. And we have, I was looking at, when I do these readings, I typically, you know, look at this card and get a clarifier. So when I'm shuffling, I'm completely focused on, you know, that top card. And that leaving all that is familiar, you know, it's basically you're reinventing yourself, you know, it's that caterpillar to a butterfly. Your previous self, all your wounding, all your shadows are meant to be transformed, and your older self is meant to fall away, and you're supposed to emerge as this phoenix. And it is hard work. You know, it does feel like this is a connection where this isn't something you've ever experienced before. You could be thinking, you know, that the counterpart journey is a lot of work. I can remember it's hard for me to tell people like how long the counterpart journey can take, because I remember when I started the counterpart journey and I would listen to readings and the readers would be like, it can take years. And I'd be like, what? And I'd start, you know, like, I don't have years. I was very impatient. I wanted to control it. I thought that, you know, well, my journey can be different. I can speed it along. I can control it. And the more I tried to control it, the more blocked it became. So it can be hard work. Especially if you're dealing with someone who's very different than you. You know, maybe you and this person work together. Maybe one of you is in an authority, like in that job that you work together. Maybe you live on different sides of the planet. And that's a lot of, like, long distance is hard work. Maybe there's an age difference, you know, maybe there's cultural differences. Maybe your parents don't approve. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart, is what I'm hearing. And it says the hard work will be rewarded. You know, leaving all that is familiar will be rewarded eventually. I'm hearing eventually. Teamwork, dedication, fertility, success, sweet indulgence, why can't I speak? Achieving the impossible. You know, and sometimes the counterpart journey can feel impossible. And maybe it does feel impossible to you right now. We have ascending on the bottom. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Preparing for union, transcending obstacles. So it does look, you know, the hard work will be rewarded. Your ascension will be rewarded. Your growth, your dedication to yourself. Because, you know, most people, when they stumble across the twin flame journey, they think it's about love. And then, you know, a few years in, you realize it's more about the relationship you have with yourself. Anyway, let's keep going. We have risk, and we've got the Ace of Cups right there. Love that involves risk, taking chances, leap of faith, playing with fire, a lot at stake, facing fears, gambling. And we have clean up. So this is really interesting because as this person matures, this real love card, as they mature and as they start to clean up their life and have these realizations, it also says prioritizing. So remember I mentioned the Two of Pentacles. This person maybe didn't prioritize this connection. As they start to clean up, they start to feel more intuitively guided towards you. And again, you have to think about it like, I don't want to say that someone is controlling them, but like sometimes I think about our spirit guides almost like puppet guides or puppet guides, puppeteers, whatever. Almost like we're their little puppets and they're just up there pulling all the strings. So as this person does start to mature, it's like their guides loosen their grip on them. And that's when they start to feel called to come back towards you. And I'm explaining something energetic, okay? So you commenters can say whatever you want. This is an energetic thing, and that's what I meant about ghosting and watching. If this is someone who is not ready to communicate, to me, what that means is that their guides, their higher self, know that if they were to communicate, they would cause damage. So there's a higher power holding them back, you know? And like I said, as they start to do the work and make healthier choices and clean up, you know, become more self-aware, that higher power, whatever you believe in, releases the hold on them. And that's what causes them to like start thinking about you more and to think about reaching out and to think about taking a leap of faith. And, you know, I don't know what's going on here because we haven't looked at tarot yet, but to me, it looks like, again, as this person matures, they're thinking about coming back towards you. All right, let's keep going. We have guarded, cautious, wary, protected, holding back, watchful, defensive, reserved, distant. So this person could have been guarded, as I was just talking about how it's almost like there's a higher power blocking this person until they have that epiphany. And this could have been someone who was resisting that epiphany, who was resisting this connection, who was resisting commitment, who was resisting looking at their shadows. I explained it in a reading yesterday, like when a light is shone on those shadows, typically the first response is defensiveness. Like, don't look at my shadows, don't point my shadows out. Anyway, so it does feel like you have someone who's been holding back from you until they have this epiphany, until they have this realization. So they could have been, you know, being very distant with you. It could be that, you know, you also have your guard up until you see that this person has changed. Because the other important thing is that you don't want to repeat the same cycle. You want to grow, you want to ascend, you want to evolve. So if you know, you could be being guarded with this person until you see proof that they actually have changed, and have had a realization. We have suckers, fools for each other, underneath ghosting. So it feels like even though this person feels this Two of Cups energy with you, you know, they ghosted you. Disappearing act, cold behavior, running away, runner energy. We have suckers, fools for each other, mutual feelings into each other, two hearts invested, two against the world. And look at this, we have aligned with higher self. And what did I say? This is magic. I said it so many times. This person was not aligned with they were not in alignment with what was for your highest good. And I even said that when we talked about the ghosting card. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just really amazing. And what I'm seeing here in the suckers card is I'm seeing a spiral here. So you could have been dealing with someone who is stuck in some sort of pattern, some sort of cycle, that wasn't, you know, in alignment for your highest good, and therefore separation happened, however the separation happened. Harmony, balanced awareness, divine connection, insight, soul expansion, spiritual growth. Everything that I said about the fact that the two of you, you know, were meant to align with your higher selves, go through soul expansion, spiritual growth, self-love before coming back together into alignment. And, you know, if, again, the feminine usually ascends much quicker and then the masculine has to catch up. Not talking about gender, geez. Journey could be symbolic. could want to come out. Okay. So we have the Timing card underneath good luck. Good things are manifesting. Blessed connection, fortune, lucky break, good opportunity, great chance, joyful occasion, but the situation can't be forced. So it's out of your control is what Spirit's saying. And, you know, it has to do with your person's journey at this point as well. Not just your person's journey, your journey as well. So, you know, the more love you put into yourself, the healthier choices you make in your life, the more you move forward and, you know, really live your life. Energetically, you're really helping this person with their journey as well, even though you're not talking. Anyway. So on the bottom, we have fiery hot, overwhelming mutual desire, chemistry, intense desire, lust, sexual union, passion, hunger, sexual yearning, sexual fantasies. And we have reunion. The story is not over yet. Getting together, mending, reconciliation, harmonizing, compromising, meeting again. And we have the creative card. So some of you already know what I'm going to say. If you're a divine feminine, you know, get to creating, get to lighting your own fire up inside, Queen of Wands energy. You know, focus on your confidence, focus on putting yourself first, focus on your creative side, focus on your soul purpose. Again, I sound like a broken record, but for divine feminines, aligning with your soul purpose or your creative purpose, lighting that fire within you is very important when it comes to coming into union with your person. That same and clean up, you know, make healthier choices in your life, prioritize yourself, make positive life choices, take accountability for what you can take accountability for, not just within this connection, in all areas of your life. And release burdens, you know, anything that's weighing you down, anything that's no longer aligned, including this person. Think about ascension. You need to lighten the load. You need to cut, you know, the ties that are holding you down, the negative energy that's holding you down, the shadows. Anyway, I'm like so passionate over here. So let's get some tarot. So what do we have? Remember, we had the Two of Pentacles. So now we have the King of Cups, which, you know, it is an energy of intuition. I just heard for some of you, your person could have gotten bad advice about this, because I did go on that little ramble about other people's opinions about counterpart connections. And the King of Cups, I'm seeing the shadow aspect of the King of Cups here, but the King of Cups can be someone who gets bad advice and then listens to that advice instead of following their heart. With the King of Cups, again, seeing the shadow aspect of the King of Cups right now, you could have been dealing with someone where you felt led on by them, or you felt manipulated by them, used by them. The King of Cups can also be, the shadow aspect can be someone who doesn't put in as much effort as you're putting in. Anyway, it isn't, I shouldn't talk so badly, but it is in the upright, which shows that your person, you know, is maturing. They might have been very slow to do so. For some of you, we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So we have someone very slow moving. This could have been someone who was afraid to commit. It could have been someone who kind of neglected this relationship. Take it as it resonates, maybe for work. What else am I hearing? I'm hearing this could have been an entrepreneur or someone who was more focused on their business, but the Knight of Pentacles is someone very determined as well, very slow moving. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck. So, you know, I was hearing this person could have been very slow to have these epiphanies, to have these awakenings. So yeah, you could be dealing with someone who is very slow to go within and actually, you know, listen to their intuition. We've got death and rebirth here, transformation, and I talked about transformation and transitional energy. I talked about the coffin, about how endings bring about these epiphanies. And then we have the Lovers card, divine connection, unbreakable bond, you know. Sometimes it doesn't make logical sense the way you feel. So let's see what comes out. Well then, we have the Eight of Wands right away. So something could have happened recently. Some sort of transformation could have occurred recently, causing rapid change and rapid growth with the Eight of Wands. Maybe you did something that's really caused rapid change and rapid growth within this connection. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's interesting. Two of Wands. Two of Wands, you know, Two of Wands is an energy of waiting to make a move. It's making decisions, thinking about the future. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. 8-8 is here, so the 8-8 portal could be symbolic. This Eight of Pentacles makes me think of, you know, working on yourself. Eight of Pentacles is also renewal energy and commitment. So you could be, you know, you could be someone who is in Two of Wands energy, thinking about your future, envisioning your future, you know, maybe without this person. You could be envisioning your future when it comes to your creative endeavors. When we saw that Eight of Pentacles, you saw that feminine sitting at a desk with all of those, where is it? You know, you see this feminine sitting here, again, not talking about gender. There's a book here with a pen. There's a plant. There's sage. There's, you know, I think of those creative endeavors. And the way that mirroring works is your person could be sitting in Two of Wands, looking at their future, envisioning their future, thinking about commitment, you know, with that Eight of Pentacles. So I just paused it because before I started talking about the Eight of Pentacles, I saw the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So I just paused it so I could look up the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And listen to this. We have being guarded, and fear of giving up independence, being guarded in love. So again, you could have been dealing with someone who is quite guarded in love. They could have had a fear of giving up their independence. Therefore, maybe they didn't prioritize this connection. Maybe they had a lot, like they like to be independent, do their own thing. That could have triggered, you know, the codependency within you or rejection within you, because maybe you internalized that as this person didn't want to hang out with you, didn't want to prioritize this connection, take it as it resonates. The thing that I feel is interesting is the Nine of Pentacles reverse tells the asker to evaluate their life and what is no longer aligned with their vibration and sense of self-worth. And I feel like you could have been through this energy right here that I'm explaining, where you're evaluating your life, removing what is no longer aligned with your vibration and your sense of self-worth. And for some of you, you know, I said, I didn't feel like this person was aligned with your frequency, with your high vibration. And maybe that's why they were removed from your life. You know, maybe they didn't, maybe, you know, you needed to work on your own sense of self-worth on your own. It says they may have recently gone through a period in which they questioned themselves and their value. And that could have been you when it came to this connection. I don't know if you're still doing this or if it happened when you were in the connection where you questioned yourself and your own value because you had someone who was like giving you mixed signals, being hot and cold, running from you. Maybe there was a third party and maybe it made you question your own self-worth. And the point I'm trying to make. Family stone could be symbolic. It just popped into my head again. The point that I'm trying to make is that the way that mirroring works, again, this person experiences everything you do at a delay. So if this person put you through a period where you questioned yourself and your own value, and you had to remove what was no longer aligned in your life, release what was no longer aligned in your life, then at a delay, this person will also experience that, where they, things that are not aligned with them start to fall away. They start to question their own self-worth, their own value. Anyway, and I also wanted to point out that we have reckless, hasty, and even stupid actions are possible when this person is not only deaf to the prompts of their own soul, but also neglects common sense. And that's exactly what I mean by if your person is not in an energy that's for your highest good, then they're being held back because reckless, hasty, and even stupid actions are possible, and maybe this person was deaf to the prompts of their own soul. And that's why a very loud, obnoxious white car just drove by. So maybe your person, I don't know what the car terms are. Is it a muffler? Am I getting that right? Anyway, maybe your person has like a really loud muffler or something, I'm like the opposite of that. Like, I don't want attention drawn to me. I know that's weird because I have a YouTube channel, but I really don't like attention. And I just think it's funny when someone does that to their car because it's like, do they want people to look at them and notice their car? Maybe, I don't know. And to me, as I'm talking about this, I'm staring Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I'm staring at this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And, someone like that maybe does have a problem with their own self-worth if they need external validation and to be noticed, Anyway, for those of you who are still here, thank you. I know that I can ramble. And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Oh my gosh, where's my book? There's a very important message there. So this person could have been quite immature, and, said really intense things. They could have said toxic things. But there is a meaning that I'm hearing that I really want to tell you. Knight of Swords reversed talks about someone scattering their energy in too many places. So you could have been dealing with someone who, was scattering their energy in too many places and not prioritizing this connection. It does talk about, aggressiveness, intense arguments. And the Knight of... Oh, it's gone. The Knight of The Knight of Swords in reverse talks about needing to take time to connect with your inner voice, needing to take time to stop moving so quickly, to stop doing so much, to stop chasing, I'm talking about both you and your person, but the Knight of Swords can be that chaser energy. So it's in reverse. So it feels like you were taken out of that chaser energy in order to connect with your inner voice and your own intuition. Same as your person. When I think of the Knight of Swords, that's forward movement. That's, with it in reverse, it feels like both of you needed time to connect with your inner voice. All right, I'm just going to cut the deck and we're going to get into it. We have the Tower in reverse. So this is about making adjustments in love. you know, making adjustments in the way you show up in connections, you know, things that are not in alignment anymore falling away, which we talked about all of that. This could have been a quite unstable connection, and therefore it had to come down. But, you know, Tower in reverse is actually, it's leaving a weak relationship. So maybe this relationship was quite unstable and weak. And the Tower is also divine intervention. So you could have needed to be divinely protected from this person. The most important thing, though, the Tower in reverse, is making adjustments in love. So making adjustments in the way you show up in connections, and this person needing to make adjustments in the way they show up. You know, we have the Queen of Pentacles, so maybe you needed to make adjustments in how you were showing up in this connection. Maybe you're someone who needs to learn how to nurture yourself more and to value your own worth. You know, Queen of Pentacles, you are worth someone committing to. And maybe this person was not used to someone who they felt that commitment energy with. You could be older than this person. And we also have death and rebirth, transformation. So let's see what's going on here. I don't know why I just took a big deep breath, but I did. So let's see what you need to hear about this connection. We've got the Page of Swords, so it does feel like someone is watching you. And, you know, this person could be being held back until they learn more about themselves. The Page of Swords, it does feel like this person wants to talk to you. We have Five of Pentacles, fear of rejection. So it feels to me like this person holds back because possibly they have a fear of rejection here. This connection maybe was meant to help you learn, Page of Swords. This could have been a connection that was meant to teach you about your own self-worth. This could have been a connection where you were meant to learn about your fear of rejection and your abandonment wounds. There's, you know, I mentioned it, I think, in a soul tribe reading the other day, but there's something about this card, you know, where something that I used to say to people when I did personal readings is, you know, they would say, I feel so abandoned. I feel like I'll always be alone. And the thing that, white SUV, the thing that I would say to them is you aren't alone because you have yourself. And this Five of Pentacles card describes it to me perfectly. You know, this person is feeling left out in the cold. This person is feeling locked out, left behind, alone. And there's a light shining on this key. This person has the ability to get up and pick up that key and let themselves out. You know, as long as you have yourself, as long as you love yourself, you can never be abandoned because you have your own back. Anyway, I know I'm getting like really rambly. This connection could have been a connection that was meant to help you work on some of those rejection wounds, abandonment wounds. And, you know, I feel like this person could fear rejection when it comes to you, or they just feel very on the outs of your energy because what happened between you in the past. So they watch you, you know, it's like they want to talk to you, but they hold back. You could be like, one of you could be neurodivergent, you know. One of you could have ADHD and really struggle with rejection sensitivity. And what I mean by that, in case you don't know, is it's not just sensitivity to rejection, like actual rejection. It's sensitivity to perceived rejection. And what that looks like is the person who has the rejection sensitivity internalizes things that aren't actually rejection as rejection. So like, I can just give you an example in my own existence, but like, if you asked somebody to hang out with you and they said, oh no, I'm busy, I'm doing something else tonight, even though they already had plans, even though the reason that they're not hanging out with you is because they already had set plans, and they probably did want to hang out with you or do want to hang out with you, but they already had plans. You could internalize that as, I'm not good enough. Like if they liked me, they would hang out with me. Even just, you know, one of my kids has ADHD, and maybe a simpler way to explain it is the other day he wanted to watch a show that he loves, and it's a show that, he watches all the time. Typical neurodivergent, watching your comfort shows. And he put on an episode that I felt like I had seen a million times. So he put on this episode, and like I jokingly said, oh my gosh, this episode again, haven't we watched this episode enough? Like jokingly. And he took that as a rejection towards him. Like he felt rejected by that. I could see it all over his face. Anyway, geez, I don't know why I'm rambling so much. Let's keep going. Maybe somebody needed to hear that message. And just because you have rejection sensitivity doesn't mean you're overly sensitive, doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're broken. It just means that your brain works differently. All right, let's keep going. Let's get one more card for what you need to know. Well, weren't you dramatic? We have the Eight of Wands here, so I'm really curious what this card is. Figure skating could be symbolic. This card just did like a triple axel off my thumb. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Now this is interesting. So what do you need to know about this connection? Something has shifted in this connection, my friend, and it's caused rapid change, rapid growth. Eight of Wands. Your person wants to talk. Remember that Page of Swords, but they're fearing rejection. This is someone who wants to come in. Four of Cups in reverse. This is clarity, awareness, acceptance, choosing happiness. This person is feeling a new surge of strength, ready to take advantage of new opportunities. So it feels like you could be someone who's resonating with the fact that, another freaking white SUV, what is happening? You could be someone who's resonating with feeling a bit better, feeling in better spirits. You could be starting to find your stride again. Like maybe you're not overthinking about this connection anymore. Maybe, maybe some days you can make it through the whole day without thinking about this person. It talks about life giving you pleasure again. That's interesting. It talks about being in a pleasant state of waiting for something. So you could be someone who has surrendered, and, is in that mentality of if it's meant to be, it'll come in. Maybe you're that feminine that I've been talking about, that at some point you have to just believe in the journey and surrender that fear. Because it feels like Four of Cups in reverse. Again, you're feeling some sort of content energy in your life without this person. But there is an energy of a pleasant state of waiting for something. So it's like you're no longer longing or how can I explain that? I don't know. You might be coming into inner union, because again, the podcasts that I listened to like a month and a half ago are all starting to pop into my brain about how when you're getting closer to union, remember that preparing for union card, you start to feel okay in your life, even though this person isn't coming towards you, if that makes sense. And it talks about a new understanding of love. So this connection could have meant to help you, Tower in reverse as well, make adjustments in the way you feel about love, the way you show up in love, the way you feel about yourself. And this also talks about renewing old acquaintances. So for some of you, maybe you have like people from your past kind of popping back into your life. And you know, I'm going to look at this person's energy, but I feel like it could be that this person, you know, I kept talking about mirroring. So this person having a new outlook on this connection, this person making positive changes. And we have rapid change and rapid growth. So if you are someone who is choosing happiness, choosing yourself over, you know, waiting for this person, that in itself causes rapid growth within the connection. So let's look at your person's energy. We have the Ace of Wands. No way. Epiphany. Epiphany. When I was describing the cards I saw, I only got to Judgment. One of them was the Ace of Wands. So this is someone who, you know, has a small realization. They may call it an epiphany, when really it's a download from their higher self, you know? Ace of Wands. So this person, this is amazing. Eight of Swords in reverse. So this person is freeing themselves from, you know, a self-imposed prison, freeing themselves from fear, freeing themselves from maybe a situation that keeps them stuck, however that resonates to you. Ace of Wands, feeling inspired to take action. And remember, I said, maybe this is your person's energy that I'm seeing. This Four of Cups is about wanting to make a move. And we had the Eight of Wands. The Ace of Wands is like your higher self telling you, now is the time, take action. And I spent so much time talking about how in the past, I feel like this person was blocked from taking action because they weren't mature. Anyway, that's amazing. So their energy is, and we have the Lovers. Oh my goodness. So for some of you, they could be making a choice to free themselves from another situation. We have Eight of Swords reversed. Freedom, release, taking control, facing fears. Freeing themselves from limitations, overcoming fears and worries. Clearer perspective of relationship, being more active in love. And once you have conquered your fears, you can start over. There are no more obstacles. The path is clear. Love it. There is a way out of this situation. This is your person's energy. So obstacles are being cleared. That's amazing. Let's see how they're feeling about you. We have the Seven of Cups. It actually came out on its side, and the Hierophant. Whoa. So this person definitely feels, you know, commitment energy with you. Maybe you really confused them because maybe they weren't expecting to feel this way. Maybe they weren't ready to settle down. This person definitely could have made you feel like an option with that Seven of Cups coming out. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse, which is the desire to reconciliate, the desire to make amends, to make things right, and the Hierophant. So it does feel like this person is thinking about coming back towards you. This is someone who knows they need to make a decision as well with the Seven of Cups. The fact that it came out on its side, that can show clarity. So this person having a clearer idea of what they want here, which, you know, we have commitment and reconciliation on the bottom. We also have 5-5, and fives are about change. So I feel like something has definitely changed with the way this person feels about you. Remember, clearer perspective. So something could have changed about how they view commitment. How interesting. Let's get another one. We have the Page of Wands, inspired to take action. This is how they're feeling about you. They're feeling very inspired to take action towards you, to make something happen, to make a move. That's that Ace of Wands. That's that epiphany. The Page of Wands is the action we take after a realization or after that Ace of Wands moment. I'm going to get one more for how they're feeling about you. Whoa. So I just saw the Four of Pentacles and the Empress pop out and pop back in. And that's telling me this person has not been able to let go of your energy. They feel that divine feminine energy. They feel like you're one of a kind. Remember that true gem. And Four of Pentacles, they're still holding on to you, my friend. King of Cups came out, so really amazing confirmation of that King of Cups in the beginning. Clearly, this is someone who loves you, someone who feels a very intuitive connection with you, a very healing connection with you. For some of you, like I said, this person could be realizing that they didn't put in enough effort. They could be realizing that they let someone else's advice, you know, interfere with this connection. Let's see their intentions towards you. What are their intentions towards you? We have the Sun and the Six of Cups. So their intentions towards you are good, is what I'm hearing. Positive. They have positive intentions towards you. Their intentions are to heal this. This is divine masculine energy. And we have the Six of Cups here. So that is the energy of getting back together. That's the energy of, like, their intentions are to reach out to you. Their intentions are to heal this connection, reconcile, I'm hearing. It could be that this person wants to, their intentions could be to heal some of their childhood wounding as well, or to bring some of that childhood wounding to your attention so that you can understand it, so that you know about it. Good intentions with the Sun. Very nice. Very, very nice. Happy ending is what I'm hearing. Why? Why won't you stay in alignment? I feel like that's your person. Why won't you stay in alignment? All right, let's see what action they will be taking towards you. What action is this person going to take towards you? We have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands in reverse. So actions towards you. Remember I said towards you. The Eight of Cups is about leaving all that is familiar behind. Exactly like I was talking about with that card. So this person's intentions are to leave, their actions are to leave something behind, possibly the past version of themselves that is no longer aligned with your highest good, and to come towards you for fulfillment. For some of you, this could be someone, you know, walking away from another connection, or walking away from an unhealthy pattern they have, walking away from addiction. It's them walking away from what no longer serves them towards you, their fulfillment. You're their sun. Their intentions, they see you as their sun. And then in actions, we see them walking towards that sun, which is you. This person is walking towards fulfillment, and you're their fulfillment. And Five of Wands in reverse is also a card about reconciliation. I'm seeing a lot of fives and eights here. And fives are about change. I actually don't know. I'm going to look up the technical meaning of eight. But to me, when I see eight, I think about the, like, leaving your former self behind. Number 8 is representative of power and strength and the synergy of the material and spiritual worlds. It vibrates spiritual fortitude, success, accomplishment, attainment, capabilities, reevaluations, and positive movements towards the right direction. And your person is coming out with a lot of 5s and 8s. So again, another gray SUV. So 5s are about change, 8s are about reevaluation. 5 is all about instability that brings change, opportunities for growth through hardship, conflict, recreation, and time for change. Many 5s in one reading strongly suggest challenge, chaos, and fluctuation. They can also indicate an imbalance between material prosperity and spiritual poverty. Interesting. Anyway, 5 of Wands in reverse is about compromise. It's about coming back together. Where are you, little Wandsies? End of conflict, cooperation, agreements, truces, harmony, peace, avoiding conflict. It's also when those blockages come down. And remember, one of these cards that I looked up talked about those blockages being removed. A period of conflict, disagreement, or heightened stress is coming to an end. You can breathe a sigh of relief. A stage of compromise and cooperation is about to be reached. Trying to keep the peace in a relationship, finding resolution. And, you know, it does look like your person intends to come in a very positive energy, not wanting to fight, but wanting to bring clarity. So it does feel like, you know, this person is going to stop holding back. Cooperation, 3 of Pentacles, same as 5 of Wands in reverse. And we have the Empress and the King of Wands. So we see this person taking action towards you. Could be a fire sign. Let's see your advice about this person. Healing was needed in order for the 2 of you to self-improve. 9 of Wands. This is not a connection that's easy, but it's a connection that's meant to help you heal, you know, through separation. Very twin flame, very twin flame. So, you know, anytime there's... Your advice about this is about taking this time to heal and reflect and gain clarity. And, you know, again, 9 of Wands symbolizes love that's not easy. It's love that requires hard work. It's love that requires healing, because it's a connection that's meant to help you improve yourself, just like this person is supposed to be improving. 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands, you know, is a message of persevering with hope and determination. I don't even have to look it up. And let's just see what the potential outcome is here. Potential outcome. Page of Pentacles, fresh start, new chapter. Page of Pentacles, like I said, fresh start, new chapter. There is the potential of growth here, you know? And we have the Chariot on the bottom. So there is the potential of 2 opposing forces reuniting as one here. There is the potential, you know, of, for some of you, there could be something about healing, like ancestral, however you say that word, trauma, with this Page of Pentacles, because to me, it looks like the 2 of you, the potential is here to put down roots, to build something solid, to build something lasting. And this card, you know, talks about how the aligning of divine feminine and divine masculine energies, you know, this is a great depiction to me, or an example, whatever the wording is, of how this journey works energetically. You know, you don't start this journey in alignment with your counterpart. So what happens is the 2 of you are pulling this chariot, and you're both running at different paces. You're both going in different directions because you're both on your own healing journeys. And until you're in alignment, you can't like run along the same path in perfect unity. Remember, opposing forces coming back together. So I don't know what my point was, but maybe you get it, even though I didn't have one. I was just trying to explain. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's get you some channeled messages. I'm going to go twin flame ones, though, for sure. Are you kidding me? The first card I cut open to is intervention. Remember the Tower. Divine intervention. Remember you being protected. Expect a miracle. Divine intervention is pushing the two of you back together. How interesting. And, you know, divine intervention can look like the two of you running into each other, you know? Divine intervention can look like this person having a really intense dream about you and waking up not being able to think of anything but you and feeling that intuitive urge to pick up their phone. That can be divine intervention as well. Serendipitous encounter, you know, running into each other really randomly. We have career driven, so you could have been dealing with someone who put you on the back burner for their career. The card says that about the back burner. We have expression. I want the whole world to know you are mine and only mine. We have transformation. Yay! I am making conscious choices to transform into my higher self to be with you. All right, so we're going to shuffle both sides here. So what do you need to hear about this? Interesting. The cards are falling face down, so I can't even see them. What do you need to know about this? Ooh. We have strategizing. This is so interesting. Putting together an offer you cannot refuse. Planning their next move. I knew it. That's also giving me like Emperor energy with that strategizing with the chess piece. We have energy. I've transformed into my higher self because of you. Your energy changed me. And this whole reading has been me talking about energy, not what your logical mind understands, but energetically how this all works. Energetically, how if you transform into your higher self, if this person is really, you know, this counterpart, this soul connection, then they will eventually transform themselves. Anyway, feminine leads the way. We have avoidant. I really want to be close to you, but I avoid emotional attachments. Emotional attachments out of fear. So you could be dealing with someone who's an avoidant. And again, not to sound like a broken record, but society will tell you, you know, I don't know what society tells you about avoidance, but most people say avoidance are narcissists, you know? Society will tell you you deserve better. Society will tell you there's more fish in the sea. Society will tell you if they really wanted to be there, they would just be there. But in reality, avoidance, that's a learned behavior from childhood, you know, from childhood neglect. So instead of looking at it as, and I'm not here to make excuses for anyone, but instead of looking at it like, oh, this person's an a-hole, they're just an avoidant a-hole, try looking at it differently. This is someone who has wounds of neglect, you know, or this is someone who didn't have parents that knew how to meet their emotional needs. So they never learned how to meet their own emotional needs. They were never taught that, just like people who struggle with anxious attachment and codependency, hello, grew up with a similar type of situation in their childhood. Anyway, this is weird. Wish granted. You're my purpose fulfilled. You're my sun. Remember the sun came out? You're my sun. You're my moon. You're my everything. purpose fulfilled. They see you as their wish fulfillment. Remember their actions walking towards that fulfillment, walking towards you. I should have known anytime I'm like really drawn to do a reading like this, it's because there's a, you know, there's some messages that need to get out of me. And just a fun fact, I'm like really invested in your reading and I'm really like in the energy, and I guarantee in 8 hours when I upload this video and I try to make a name, like title it, I will not remember a moment of this reading. I will not. I know that sounds bizarre, but it just, I'll do a reading like this and then within an hour, I have no memory of it. It's the craziest thing. We have transformation. I am making conscious choices to transform into my higher self to be with you. I told you. I'm going to keep that card. We have perception. I was only able to see what I wanted to see. I am sorry for not seeing your worth. And, you know, your perception could have been because this person didn't see your worth. Maybe you struggled to see your worth, your own worth, you know? We have irresistible. I cannot resist you. You're the best I've ever had. You have my undivided attention. We have picture perfect. You are beautiful inside and out. I stare at your pictures all day long. And we have priority. You are no longer an option. I am making you a priority. Their actions will match their words. So my friends, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Thank you so much for listening. I know I talk. I know. I did a light worker reading, and apparently there's a type of light worker, a type of starseed, that when they channel, they become super chatty. And that's me. Like when I channel, I am the chattiest person there ever was. When I'm not channeling energy, I am quiet. Like my parents used to be like, why does she never talk? Anyway, I'm sending you guys lots of love and light as always. And again, happy holidays to all of you. I plan on being around, you know, around the holidays. So I'll be here for you, but sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.